Greetings, Starry family, human family. I'm so grateful to have you here. Really appreciative for this present moment. And that's just what we have right now. The past is behind us, the future is uncertain in front of us, and all we truly have together is the present moment. And this presence is the present, and this present is our present. It is our gift. And it's just the time that we can really drop in and really learn who we are and not what we're doing in our life, but who we're being in our lives. So thank you all for taking this time out to be a part of this. So appreciate it all. So I'd like to drop in starting with a meditation. And if you have the capabilities to close your eyes, please do so. And we're going to start with circular breathing, in through the nose, out the mouth, deep breaths. And with each inhale, you want to breathe in positive energy and exhale any negative energy. You want to visualize breathing in what you want to manifest and create in your life and exhaling what no longer serves you. And as we drop into our breath, we can truly feel our body around us. And if there's anything that's painful or just needs a little bit of movement, go ahead and do that. Allow your breath to go to that area in your body and actually cascade and waterfall healing energy into that area of your body. As you're breathing in the breath of light, exhaling any shadow or darkness that is in the recess or in the body, just go ahead and surrender and let it go now. We'd like to imagine our star tetrahedron energy. And in 2 dimensions on a piece of paper, it looks like the Star of David. But we're going to visualize it 3-dimensionally right now. And the tetrahedron are 3-sided triangles. The feminine aspect, the apex is at the bottom, just as the symbol for the yoni and the yoniverse, opening up, and its base is reaching to the universe like a funnel. We're bringing that energy down into our body. We're visualizing and choosing what it is that we want to create in our life, and we bring it down into our mind, body, spirit through that base of the pyramid. And simultaneously, we want to envision the masculine aspect with the apex at the top, symbolizing the lingam. And that energy is bringing down from the universe down into Mother Earth, where we're grounding that energy and we're reaching our roots down into Mother Earth. The apex of the feminine aspect is actually inside the earth, several feet below your root chakra or below your feet if you're standing. And the apex of the masculine is a few feet above the head. You want to visualize these triangles starting to spin in opposite directions. And as they spin in opposite directions, symbolizing the energy of our Kundalini, the Shiva, and the Shakti. And as they're spinning, they're creating this disc form that reaches further out. And literally, you can visualize your aura expanding and creating almost a spaceship shape around your body. And as these spin and spin and spin and spin, you want to visualize them spinning at the speed of light, so that your physical body begins to feel its light body around it, magnifying it, intensifying it, amplifying it, sending energy inward and outward. Like a toroidal energy, you're bringing energy up and over your body, and you're bringing it down through your body into the ground and back up again. Let's just sit in our light body Merkabas for a moment. The Merkaba is is I'm going to read just for a moment the Sri Yantra mandala. The shape is composed of two equally sized interpenetrating tetrahedrons. There's an implicit unification of opposites, especially illustrating the ancient alchemical adage, as above and so below. The human energy field requires a balance of celestial and earthly forces in order to fully function. In reality, the tetrahedrons are in fact spinning speed transformations, angular shape into a smooth vortex of healthy aura. As I said before, one of them funnels celestial energies down to you, and the other focuses downward, grounding into the earth. The star tetrahedron is significant because it is the primary shape that is energetic, interdimensional vehicles. The Merkaba, or light body. In Egyptian mysticism, Merkaba can literally be defined as Mer, meaning light, Ka is spirit, and Ba means body. In Hebrew, the Merkava means the chariot. These meanings combine to signify the light spirit body that exists within and beyond the physical form as counter-rotating fields of light energy, these wheels within wheels. The Merkaba in the divine light allegedly uses our ascendant masters to connect with and to attune to the higher realms. Connecting through the pranic energy spiraling in our DNA, the Merkaba is the vehicle that transports the spirit body from one dimension to another and to unlimited dreamtime destinations. According to Melchizedek, the Merkaba meditation is one of the most powerful tools for mental, emotional, and spiritual development. This Merkaba meditation takes all the potent information of sacred geometry and puts it into embodiment. Although the meditation can be quite easy and complicated, together they become very natural with regular practice. You are remembering something that is a part of you. You are remembering your own DNA codes. They're being activated in this moment in time. We are all called to action into what it is we are truly here to do, fulfilling our purpose and our passion in life. As we feel those energy fields expanding, we can send them out like ripple effects into the world. We can send prayers for our family, for our community, for our human family, for Mother Earth Gaia herself. And when we are activating our light energy bodies, we are moving from the third dimension into the fifth dimension. And as the Stargate opens on April 4th, the Stargate is opening now, where the starry seed family is coming forward, and our light workers are coming forward to create and offer our gifts to the world. When we tune into this light body in the highest vibrations, then our positive thought patterns create positive language, which manifests and creates our positive actions in our life, and therefore gives us positive results. So breathing in that positive energy again, feeling our expanded light body, and dropping back down into our physical body. Feeling the area that might not have felt healthy before suddenly be infused with healing positive energy. Giving gratitude and appreciation for that in this moment. And in this present moment, let us come back into ourselves, to where we're sitting or standing, perhaps the room that we're in or the nature that we're surrounded by. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes to this present gift. Thank you. Some of what I was reading from was a book that my friend Hillary Hart and I actually wrote about 10 years ago. It's called Primordial Spin, the Intergalactivation Guidebook. And it was actually a workbook, basically, that came with my Holistic Hoopology telecourse, Kundalini Hoop Dance telecourse. And there's a lot of potent information here. And what's interesting is I haven't read it in many years, and I just started reading it this week. And wow, the information in it is so potent and poignant at this moment in time where we're all at, that I wanted to start to share some of it. So one of the things we worked on is different forms of transformational exercises. So one of them we entitled The Power of Positive Language, which is what this call is about today. So I'm just going to read for a moment, and then we'll go through what's called an affirmation creation station, and then we'll carry on. So the power of positive language influences our being on every level. Louise Hay, she's a famous author who believes that we can heal our lives through the use of powerful positive affirmations. She is the author of many self-help and healing publications, including books and calendars and divination card sets. She says that every thought I think is creating my future. Every thought I think is creating my future, creating my present moment. And that we must trust life to hear and respond to our positive words. If you say these affirmations every day, your whole world will change for the better. She has documented people healing themselves of cancer and other diseases of the body mind with the use of positive affirmations, powerful visualizations, nutrition, and other self-healing modalities. We are all capable of our own self-healing. She has given us evidence that we do have the power to truly heal ourselves. Dr. Matsuru Emoto, those of you who are familiar with his scientific data, he is a well-known scientist who brought forth the findings from his laboratory testing of water and the effects of language on it. He has shown that when positive language is used, infused, and integrated into water, that the molecular structure of the water is synergized, coherent, organized, and creates sacred geometric patterns. Conversely, when negative language is near the water, the molecules are disorganized, abstract, erratic, and have no discernible pattern to speak of. This illustrates that positive language and thoughts have a great effect on the molecular structure of water. And since our bodies are made mostly of water, over 70%, then using our language greatly affects our daily lives. Therefore, affirmations are given a deeper significance and inspire us to speak and think more cautiously. So for those of you who are familiar with this, the distortion of water from pollution looks like this. And this is water blessed with love and gratitude. So it's astounding what he discovered. And this was many, many years ago. And the more that I'm learning in my own personal life, how I am being and who I am being and the language that I use, I have to catch myself, right? We're in the old paradigm of opposites, like masculine, feminine, dark, light. I mean, that's just the human condition that we're living in. And yet, if we focus on negative energy or fear, or we spiral down into dark theories, then that is what our mind is going to be overtaken with, and it basically affects our actions in life. So we can make a personal choice right now to essentially cultivate and elevate our consciousness and raise our vibration and frequency by changing our thought patterns. There was a movie that I recently saw on Gaia. Also, love them. Gaia, GAIA.com. If you don't know about them, please look it up. GAIA.com. Gaia has many, many documentaries and films and shows, series. And one of them was called Happy for No Reason. And they spoke of the fact that we actually have what's called a happiness threshold. And we're born with it. We also cultivate it in the way that we're being raised by our parents, by society, by the media, etc., and also our own biochemistry and the amount of hormones and certain hormones that we make, or whether we're in fight or flight. And the more we're in fight or flight, we create less coherency, and we became, how can I say, we become ill. Our well-being is not taken care of. So essentially, we need to move into a place of peace and loving kindness and compassion in order to be healthy and and cultivate our well-being. So one of the things that we did in the book is that we actually ask, what are the qualities that you desire more in your life? Are there specific areas in your life that you would like to bring more clarity to? Where is your energy focused right now? What is in alignment with your truest desires? State your intentions for the future as if you are appreciative for them already in this present moment, like you have them, you've achieved them, you've received them. And as you do that, you will solidify your intentions for the present moment and beyond. So we invite you to create your own affirmations. And how we did it was we actually created a chart. And for people who aren't familiar with creating affirmations, they're very simple. You have the I am, and then some suggested words. I embody, and then suggested words. And I call in, and suggested words. So I just want to read these off, and we can sit together for a moment. And really, you can repeat to yourself, if you'd like to, aloud or quietly. And I just want to go through these. So I am healthy. I am happy. I am grateful. I am empowered and intelligent. I am beautiful. I am the best that I can be. I am perfect just as I am. I am grateful for. I am overflowing with. I am divine energy. I am connected to source. I am humble. I am one with all that is. I am radiant. I am happy. I am loved and loving. I am fulfilled. I am you, and you are me. I embody unconditional love. I embody full self-expression. I embody balanced polarities. I embody a healthy lifestyle. I embody the mystery of the universe. I embody divine masculine and feminine harmony and coherence. I embody infinite space. I embody wisdom. I embody my perfect destiny. I am clear communication. I am my higher self's purpose. I embody my total potential. I embody my infinite nature. I embody unlimited possibilities, infinite possibilities. I embody sacred space. I embody joyfulness. I embody grace and compassion. I embody synergy. I call in my higher self. I call in ultimate source. I call in support from my ancestors, past, present, and future, ascendant masters, spirit guardians. I call in the cycles of the elements. I call in divine guidance. I call in the four directions, north, south, east, west, above, and below. I call in my dreams to reality. I call in remembrance of who I truly am. I call in alignment with my path. I call in my guardian angels. I call in the power of intuition. I call in magical, infinite possibilities. I call in the universal power of spin. I call in transformation for my highest and blessed good for all. I call in my perfect self. I call in the wisdom of my ancestors. I call in forgiveness. I call in conscious awareness. I call in blissful experiences. And I call in happy thoughts. Oh, so shall it be. Let it be, let it be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's been many films that have focused on the law of attraction and how we manifest, how we woo manifest for us women. And ultimately, what it comes down to is that where our energy goes, our energy flows. Where our thoughts go is what we receive. So we can make a personal choice about what it is that we want to receive. And when we receive, we have this openness, this receptivity, and the more positive things happen to us, it like snowballs. It creates even more positive things and more positive things and more positive things. And it's like your whole path just opens up in front of you, and you can see the infinite possibilities that can be created. And during this time, it can be a little overwhelming too, right? Let's get real. Like, we definitely have some shadow side that we're all examining. And for myself, Candace, I'm learning the patterns. I'm learning the behaviors. I'm seeing more clearly in this present moment than I ever have in my life what has been stopping me from being a clear communicator, from being a loving, compassionate person, from listening from a place of loving compassion. And the more connected I allow myself to become, and the more receptive I allow myself to become, the more open I am, the more clear the messages are coming in. And some people have asked, who's Anistara? I don't understand what's going on. And I just want to share a little moment with you, is that call her my higher self, call her my connection to source, call her my inner voice, call her my unborn daughter, because that's the name of the little girl that we would have had if we didn't. I had a miscarriage in December, and if she was coming, that would be her name. And yet I'm still connected to that spirit. I'm still connecting to that energy, that entity. And and it's just a name that's been with us for a long time. Andrew and I years ago had a spirit guide reading with someone who actually draws a picture. And Andrew's spirit guide was a dark-haired Pleiadian-looking woman, and her name was Anistara. And mine was a blonde male Pleiadian-looking being, and his name was Erengard. So the name Anistara, or Anistara, as I'm starting to learn is the pronunciation. That name has been with me for close to 15 years now. And I've never adopted a performance name when it came to hooping or fire dancing. I never adopted a playa name. I've always just been Candace, or Candy for short, when I was younger. And yet this name just kept kind of being there in the peripheral. And as it's becoming more clear to me what that energy is, as I'm becoming more open and receptive to it, I'm learning that it's a spirit name. It's a starry family name. It's a star seed name. And whether it's Pleiadian or whether it's the Akashic records we're tapping into, whatever it is, this is the name that's coming forward. So I'm still Candace in my daily life. And yet when I sit and meditate and I write and When I first started writing with her, it literally said K. Candace is asking a question, and then it said A. Anistara is answering. Very much like conversations with God. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you so that it's a little more clear what's happening here. So it's a piece of me, my inner voice and my higher self speaking to me and through me. And her voice is loud and clear, and I just want to share. And I has become we to a certain degree, and we are we, yes? We are all one. So as you're tapping into your higher self and your inner voice, we're all getting the same messages. Yes, I feel like so much of us are receiving the same messages and sharing what we can with our groups. And the more that that expands and ripples out, the more love and compassion and joy and positivity we're going to put into the world right now. And the world needs it in the crisis that we're in right now. So Anistara invites all of you to really drop in with what that is. And if it's just to be and just to be quiet and sleep more and just take your time out, then so be it. And if it's for you to jump into action and do something you've never done before, or move from the egocentric point of view to the ecocentric and really understanding what Mother Gaia needs and like what we can do to help her, then that's how it's unfolding. So thank you for that moment of letting me share with you. So I wrote something, I don't know if I want to say we wrote something, but I listened, and this is what came out last night and this morning, and shared just a little bit. So with the law of attraction, your brain acts as a processing room, right? So you're bringing in, you're processing all this information, and during the day, you can get thousands upon thousands, 70,000 different thoughts in a day. And the negative ones seem to stick to you like Velcro. And the positive ones slide off like Teflon. And you can go through your day and have 10 negative comments sent your way. Or, I'm sorry, 10 positive comments sent your way. And 1 negative comment. And when you get home, which one do you remember? Usually it's the negative one because it just sticks to you. So we need to learn to shift our happiness threshold, so to speak, and learn how to accept the positive and the appreciative and the gratitude that's expressed to you by somebody else, and really hold that in our body, like feel it in our body and resonate with it and take it in and accept it. And let that allow your thought patterns to move towards the positive. And you'll find the more that you do that, the less negative ones will stick. So I watched a film, actually, a very short film by Bruce Lipton called Never Get Sick Again. And it's on YouTube right now. And what he says is that cells move towards positive growth, inducing signals, and when they are toxic and sickly, they move away from those signals. So cells are in growth or protection mode, but they're not in both at the same time. So we're either growing in a positive way or we're protecting, we're in fight or flight. When we had the fire evacuation last year, we were in fight or flight. And when you're in fight or flight, your immune system drops. Your body signals you to pump all the blood out to your extremities, to your arms and your legs, to prepare you to either run away or to fight physically. And so what happens is the rest of your organs in your body aren't regenerating properly because all the energy or the blood is going to the outer parts of your body. So he said, as we experience the virus and our inability to freely move about our lives, we are moving into the parasympathetic response of fight or flight. The blood in our body moves to our arms and legs rather than in the viscera to accomplish growth, health, and wellness. When our day is filled with stress and our body goes into fight or flight, that is why we start to get sick. because you aren't replacing your cells at a normal rate. Therefore, stress hormones shut off the immune system. Do you want to stay healthy? Do you want to fight the virus off if you get it? Now is the time to stop being stressed in as much ways as we can. We are opportunist organisms, parasites and germs that make and cause disease in the body when the immune system is turned off from fight or flight mode. It's the result of stress. So honestly, what he says too, Bruce says there's two problems with stress. It shuts down growth and it shuts off the immune system. And when under stress, your blood gets squeezed from the front of the brain where consciousness resides, and it moves to the back of the brain where reflex behavior resides. And so you become less intelligent. You literally become less intelligent. We go into our animalistic mode. So we have to move from growth and love-based wellness instead of being in our protective, fear-based dis-ease. Yes, and we experience dis-ease in our body, and that's what makes us sick. So if we remove stress, then we're only at 0 on the spectrum. So just the absence of stress doesn't increase positivity, love, and joy, and wellness. We have to actually reduce it and move into the positivity as well. So this brought up a lot of questions for me. And one of the things that came up for me was, how can we reduce stress in our life right now? And these are some of the suggestions that came through, right? So we're at home, we're on our own a lot, we're not around our community and going out dancing or whatever it is that activated us before, which we could still do at home, but not with our beloveds, with our family. So the first one is deep breathing. Yes? Right? There's Abhu breath, there's Wim Hof, there's so many breathing modalities out on the internet right now that we can access for free. Number 2, go outside and take daily walks in nature. Yes, communing with nature, touching a tree, taking your shoes off and putting your feet on the dirt, on the grass, on the sand, feeling it between your toes. 3, soak in water. So any kind of water, you can sit in a hot tub or a bathtub. If you live near hot springs, even if you just have a shower, just standing in the shower, even putting some essential oil into the shower so you feel the steam and it washes over you and can be so healing. Drinking lots of hot teas. They say if you are exposed and if you go out in public to grocery shop and come home, drink hot tea, because the hot water will actually take the virus out of your system down into your belly where it can kill it with your stomach juices instead of actually going into your lungs. So this is something I just heard. Don't take me verbatim, but it is something I wanted to share with you. Is just drink more hot liquids. We've been making fire ciders, ginger, turmeric, nettles, any pau d'arco. There's lots of immunity boosters, throat coat tea and echinacea, things like that. So also chamomile. So number 5, what are your supplements? Like what are the things that you're taking to keep your immune system up, keep it healthy? There's stress reducing things like Rescue Remedy or kava or poppy tincture. There's wellness formula, reishi, other mushrooms, medicinal mushrooms. Andrew and I just started watching Fantastic Fungi with Paul Stamets. Incredible film. You can get it online right now. And it really teaches you about mycelium and how it literally is the most regenerative specimen on the planet, and that we can use our medicinal mushroom allies to keep our immune system healthy and happy and whole. Number 6, meditating. Some people meditate sitting quietly. Others need to dance or go into their flow arts and hooping and staff or poi spinning. Just taking a walk, exercising, making yourself sweat, like just pushing those endorphins through your body. It feels good. It makes you feel great. Of course, relaxing music, any kind of playlist, meditations, visualizations. I love binaural beats. I'll play them at night before we go to bed. There's Deep Sleep and Lucid Dreaming binaural beats that you can find on YouTube. And it's like 8-10 hour long tracks, and you just play them, and it really helps you drop into your sleep cycle so that you get the deep REM sleep that you need. Now is the time, right? We don't have these active schedules so much anymore, so we can really drop into getting proper amount of sleep. Number 8, anything that's relaxing for you, right? So keeping a positive frame of mind. Thoughts dictate our language, and the language of our internal voice can be shifted from fear to love. Our language literally creates our life experiences. When we use positive words, we instantaneously follow our own lead. And as we think about all of the possibilities we can create, we are filled with infinite images and ideas, and we can choose to focus on the positive ones and express them literally into form. So, yeah. By the way, this is what's called remarkable. I love it so much because I handwrite everything and then it turns it to text and I can email it to myself. Thank goodness for technology sometimes. So where is your attention focused? How can we get the highest and blessed results for ourselves right now? And it's about beginning within. Begin within. Listen to your intuition, your inner guidance. Make a choice to focus on the positive, and then your words and actions will follow. So creating mantras, daily affirmations to keep you positive. You can write them out, put them on your fridge or your mirror. What I used to do is actually write out the affirmations and tape it to my hula hoop. So when I spun it, it created that spiral vortex energy and brought in those intentions and those affirmations, and it really amplified them. Connecting with your family and loved ones, even if it's virtually. Making a Sunday family day and connecting in with your blood family and your relatives and the people who are a part of your life and may not always be, and yet now's the time to really connect in with them. So keeping a journal or a diary, documenting your dreams when you wake up. Also, so much comes out of that. We visualize and we dream our lives into reality. So documenting your dreams and tracking them, you can actually start to see patterns in your dreams and different things needing, different interpretations for yourself. So rediscovering what you're passionate about, following your heart, and beginning to fulfill your purpose and your own unique life path. Find joy and happiness in the simplest things, even washing your dishes. This is now time to stop doing and just be a human being, right? Forgiving ourselves, releasing toxic patterns and behaviors, even relationships that no longer serve us. A friend of mine I was speaking with yesterday, actually my special guest for next week, Michaela, she said, I'm taking my game piece off the board. Everybody's got their game boards, right? They've got their court of life. And she's like, I'm just taking mine off of your court, off of your game board. And in the most highest in love and blessed way of just knowing what it is that your own sovereign light bubble requires and needs right now, and being honest with yourself about that, and then just taking actions to discover whatever that means. It's going to be different for everyone. So yeah, so ask yourself, right, the ultimate question: who am I? Who am I truly? At the core of my being, what do I believe in? What are my core values? What are my guiding principles? What is my ultimate mission in life? So it's about making our choice to follow our path and what's meant for only you. Your heart will tell you exactly how you should live your life. Your higher self will guide you if you just listen. Now is the time to go inside and truly determine the kind of life you want to live. What would you like if everything around you stopped? Where would you live if you had no borders or boundaries to stop you? Imagine any of these blocks and simply dissolve them and let them disappear. Anything is possible and everything can happen. Everything is possible and anything can happen. So as we move away from the past, surrender and release it. Any shame, guilt, criticism, blame, let it go. We surrender and release the future. Any uncertainty, fear, dread, stress, let it go. We can truly live in the present moment and receive the gifts the universe bestows upon us. This presence is our present, and the present is our presence. This gift is taken from us when we dwell in the past and ponder the future. It is ultimately wasted energy. Energy that is meant for this present moment is right now. How do you want to fill your present moment? You can choose. You can choose to be happy for no reason at all. Live joyfully, thrilled, ecstatic, and thriving, not just surviving, but thriving. So, beloved family, I'd like to open up the call to you and discover what it is that you feel is your vision right now, your positive vision for yourself and the world. And I'm looking at the time and how many are on. So let's give each other a minute and a half each. Yes, about that. And then if we have some more time at the end, we'll see. But I will set a timer, and then this is my little, if the minute and a half reaches. And yeah, I just want to know what's going on for all of you. So go ahead and unmute yourself when you're ready to speak.
Well, then I'll go ahead and go, so I can head off to bed. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I actually 7 weeks ago had surgery. So I've been in quarantine mode and like away from everybody for 7 weeks now. Oh. Just as I was getting released from the doctor and ready to go out and like go back to work, start doing stuff, everything shut down. But it's been interesting for me because I've come to realize over the past week or two, it was like, yeah, but wait a minute, you got a jump start for what everybody's going through right now. So it allows me to have some compassion. It allows me to, you know, instead of, oh God, I'm on 7 weeks now, is this ever going to end? Instead of, you know, look how much extra time you're getting for me to sit and focus and do a lot of those steps, a lot of the things that you've been speaking about. You know, when my recovery started, and I could feel, you know, I've been getting the messages, and universe just wants to speak so loudly, whether we want to listen or not. You know, my first 2 weeks of recovery were miraculous. I went back to the surgeon for them to check the incisions, and they had already healed over. So even my surgeon, it made note of like, wait, you're really good at healing. Like, so to have those outside validations on things, to have people in my community, you know, I'm the weird witchy one or whatever, you know, psychic, and I'm a medium, a paranormal investigator, but having people who I never thought like turn and coming to me, asking questions, pointed questions, has been pretty validating. I think things are heading in the right direction. I think we all just needed to have a hard reset, and giving the earth a chance to breathe, and things are going to be fantastic as we move forward. Mm-hmm. That's about it. Thank you.
Yes, agreed. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. And bless you on your.
Bless you on your. Thank you. All right. I love you all. Good night.
I'll share next.
Sure.
Hi. Thank you so much for putting this on, Candace. This is really sweet. It's really inspiring, so much of what you shared, because it's been very much a part of my focus in the last year, which is the power of positive thinking and mindset and using affirmations. And I also help people to write their own affirmations and have been doing more of that. And so this was just so perfect. It's just, I'm about to launch, as you know, the Power Affirmation Journal. And so in the launch, I'm getting all these opportunities to speak and guide. And this was just so wonderful. It was just nourishing to receive and just to feel the grace moving through your voice, and just so much inspiration coming through that, like you said, we're all getting downloads, and a lot of us are getting the same download. And it feels like that here we are as light workers really activating the light grid on the planet to be able to find that graceful evolution, because it's pretty turbulent right now. And so the more that we continue to do things like this and be reminded about the power of our response to the situation at hand, the more ease there is. So I'm just, I'm also just really happy to see you in your facilitation here, because of our relationship that is budding. And so it's just really beautiful to just feel you channeling and learning about Anistara, and getting to see my beautiful sister T over here and seeing some new faces. So this was really nourishing. So thank you so much.
Wonderful. So grateful you're here, dear. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really appreciating you. And what was the name of your book again? Do you have a website you want to share?
Sure. Yeah, it's called the Power Affirmation Journal. I'm literally in launch mode right now. It's being printed after like over a year of working on it, like more like 3 years, but like the last year of really fully writing it. And it's an interactive journal that essentially helps people to create their practice of writing affirmations, writing empowering questions, gratitudes,
Awesome.
all of that. So you can take a peek. And here I'll send it to Teresa, so I'll send it to you all. Thank you so much.
If you want to add the link to the chat, you can do that, so the people on the call will have it. It won't be included in the recording, but yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here, love.
Can I jump on the back of that then? Or did you need to go, Gina? Did you put your hand up earlier? Okay. Hi.
Hi.
I've hardly washed my face or brushed my hair. I don't think it's like this is how it is.
Right.
So I'm just happy to kind of, just let whatever happen at the moment. It's been a tough day, but before I get onto that, I just want to say thank you so much again, to carry on the back of what Betsy said, and to feel your positivity, and just to be in this space, and the tough day that I've had. I'm so happy I joined the call, and to be reminded of all the things you spoke about. It's interesting, my bookshelf is filled with all the things that you speak of, and this was my study, like when I first moved to LA, and I feel like spirit kind of brought us together so that I could be reconnected to that. Currently is now what I'm being grateful for. I'm like, oh, there she is. Okay. So mostly we're just trying to stay positive. It's the fear of money has been really difficult to overcome, especially as it starts to get deeper into thinking how long we're going to be in it. So I'm just trying to stay, as you mentioned, I'm born a happy person. So I just have to stay with my yoga. I have to stay with my meditation. As soon as I let that drop any day when I feel heavy, like today, I just feel myself, get even more so. So, my thought dictates everything, and to stay just going, everything's going to be all right. And as soon as I think that, my action follows. Like I want to sit and I pick up my crystals and I meditate, and I do my things. So especially it's half moon is very affecting for me. I just juggle between the good and the bad. So I'm like right down the tightrope today, especially. So a couple of days ago, you might have caught me going, I'm just in love with the possibility. And today I'm like, yeah, well, it might get shit real. It might get really real. So yeah, I'm just happy for love and my beloved, and to be loved and healthy and safe, and to be here with you. Thank you.
Oh, so grateful for you, Teresa, and Will, and just in having our Eden community. Props this year in Rano. If any of you are conscious couples and you need a couple community that actually holds you in your coupledom, go ahead and let me know, because I'm going to introduce you. Teresa is one of my sisters, and Betsy People as well. And you mentioned something about money and the grant that's happening right now. online that Brian Wasserman spoke of. I'll put the link to that on the Anistara page, but more so, my friend Michaela introduced something to me called the Money Mindset Secrets of a Master Magician. And I won't take the time to type that out right now, but go ahead and write it down if you want to, and I'll add it to the Anistara weekly call page. But it's called Money Mindset Secrets of a Master Magician. And it's a little telecourse, and she said that it, right? Because it's all about changing our relationship to money right now. Money is energy. And as we form the new earth paradigm, certain kinds of money might become obsolete. So what is our new form of currency, and how can we develop that as we're moving from the old paradigm into the new paradigm? And we need to be ready for this shift. There might be a drastic shift. So I'd rather be, what Andrew and I are learning is to be prepared for the worst, but then pray for the best. So yeah, so that was a good one. I want to look into that one myself. You let me know what you think of it if you kept it. And yeah. Yeah. And letting
I'll go next.
time, right?
Well, first off, it's great to see you and Andrew again.
Oh, hello, Steve. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I can't tell, you guys all froze. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm trying to put you on the speaker.
Okay, good. So I think it's time of like just having this whole thing about positive thought. It's actually been great because in the last 2 weeks I've navigated between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I can't tell if anybody's there or not.
We can hear you, but we can't.
Janice, can you hear me?
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
We can hear you just fine. You can sometimes mute your video,
Okay.
and it'll help the audio.
Okay, good. I'm not sure what happened. All of a sudden I talked.
Uh-oh. I think he totally just left. Well, we'll see if he comes back on. That is Steve from our landmark Curriculum for Life course, which was incredible. Andrew and I went through that last year. If you're not familiar with it, a lot of just self-help and ultimate learning how to clear off your desk so that you can make room for the new in the present moment. It's very powerful. So Gina or Steph, anybody else want to jump in? Andrew?
I'll say something. Hi. I don't know. I've in my daily life, I haven't really found myself sticking to too much of a routine. So much as just I'm just making sure that I do one like useful thing for myself every day, and that's really helped me keep in a like motivated attitude, because I tend to get very like lazy and I just want to sleep, or not even sleep, but just rest all the time. But I just give myself like one cool thing to look forward to every day, and it's helping me like feel useful. And I don't know, I hope that everybody can find something that they can like productively keep themselves busy with. But that's like, it's not even being productive isn't what's important. It's like using this as an opportunity to like get into whatever you want creatively, and to really just kind of explore whatever ideas. And I've been doing that with music, and I've been painting today, and I've been kind of channeling that in whatever areas that it comes up. So I'm there's already a lot of really cool music and stuff coming out of this like era of the way that things are working. So I'm excited to like see how that keeps going, and that's kind of what I have to like contribute, and what I'm kind of like keeping in mind for, it's going to be really cozy if we're going to have to like stay home for long enough. We're going to really figure out how to dial in like what is home, and how we structure that. But anyway, yeah.
Thank you, dear. Yeah, and that's so important, the way what you brought up too, just restructuring home, basically.
Mhm.
You know, so many of us, like, we leave our home on a daily, or we go on a trip, or whatever it is, but when we're at home and we have to stay home, it really does redefine what home is. So thank you for speaking to that. And as for your music, I know you've been doing some live looping with your electric violin, and I've so been appreciating your expression. So if
Thank you. Yeah,
you can
I've had a
share.
lot of fun with the viola.
Yes, but if you want to share with the group maybe the name of your page or something, so they can tune into that if they want to listen to you.
Yeah, I'm just sharing from my personal page right now. It's Gina Ray. Oh,
It's G-NA, Ray, correct?
yep. I just changed my display name. That's how you can find me on Facebook.
It's okay.
But
Go ahead and add it to
I'll
the
probably
chat if
do.
you want to. Oh, R-A-E, got it. G-NA-RAE. Cool. Awesome.
So yeah, stay
Thank you.
tuned. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you're a beautiful, talented musician, and I want to hear more of it and have more people hear you. So, yay. Thanks, dear. Love you. Mwah.
I'd like to speak.
Sure. Hi.
Hey.
Is that Tara? We can't see you.
I took my video off because I'm redesigning masks right now to help the nurses whose ears are falling off with the elastic, and I'm kind of redesigning my Burning Man mask
Uh-huh.
to help the medical community right now. So I was sitting here cutting, but I was listening. But
Right, you're making masks. That's wonderful. Thank you.
one of the things, I was making gowns, but I've been pulled to a different area, so that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can do this too. I've been waiting for this for a long time. When I watched things when I was in my 20s start going off the rails, I was horrified. Then I had kids, got really distracted, didn't pay attention for a long time. And, after the kids left, you have a different kind of awakening after your kids go. It's different than what you do, your time and your energy and everything. But there's almost not a day that has gone by that I haven't wanted everything to stop. Just stop. I've wanted the rug to be pulled, not in this way though. I never imagined that it would happen like this, but part of me is really grateful. I'm really sad to see so much death and the horror of it all, but it's of course been very enlightening for myself and many other people, and watching other people become enlightened from this has been pretty phenomenal. You invited me to this because of something that I wrote, which was really awesome.
I would love it if you would share that. Are you willing to share that? Can you share that?
Oh yeah, I actually had a couple things, but I want to read this one quickly. I wrote a new normal. I wished for something like this for a very, very long time, not in the form of a virus that kills so randomly. But I've wished for everything to just stop, for the rug to get pulled out from underneath us, for us to have time to reflect, to unteach us the way we've now become. The direction that mankind has been taking us has been disturbing me for a long time. To have the opportunity for us to put our survival skills to work again and to teach others so we could remember who we really are. And as things have squealed to a halt around us, a part of our normal goes on without any interruption at all. When I go outside and the birds are singing, completely unaware that anything has happened at all. In all actuality, the first time I went outside after the beginning of the quarantine, it stopped me dead in my tracks just to hear the birds singing. When the sun is out, it's warm. It shows up at its regular time every day and disappears completely normally without fail. The ocean waves are lapping the sand and spewing their spray with total regularity and with the glory that I've always loved. Watching all the flowers appear this spring, the normality of the earth is all still here. It has been such an interesting dichotomy. The normality that we humans have concocted for ourselves is not Do we miss it? Definitely sometimes. But if I had a choice of the normality, I would choose rat race or sun shining, birds singing, waves crashing, working in the garden. And, you know, I'm seeing more and more of these come. I have to read this one because it's unbelievable.
Sure.
We fell asleep in one world and woke up in another. Suddenly, Disney is out of magic. Paris is no longer romantic. New York doesn't stand up anymore. The Chinese wall is no longer a fortress, and Mecca is empty. Hugs and kisses suddenly become weapons, and not visiting parents and friends becomes an act of love. Suddenly you realize that power, beauty, and money are worthless and can't get you the oxygen you're fighting for. The world continues its life, and it is beautiful. It only puts humans in cages. I think it's sending us a message. You are not necessary. The air, the earth, the water, and sky, without you are fine. When you come back, remember that you are my guests, not my masters. That one spoke to me deeper than just about anything that I have seen come across.
Yes, that sent chills down my spine.
It's good. It was good. And another thing that I wanted to suggest to people, my friend Zeus is back online again. I don't know if you know who he is. I know that you've seen him. He had the Mayan calendar at the Oregon Country Fair, and he had it at Symbiosis. He's been out for 5 years. He's back with his Mayan calendar readings daily. But he's going by a different name. If you haven't friended him by Zeus, his name is Roger Grossman. And the readings that are coming out of the Mayan calendar right now are off the hook and so right on. They're like a Bible to me, and I've missed them all the years that he stopped doing them. So I wanted to recommend you all find somebody that reads the Mayan calendar, or follow Roger Grossman with his daily Mayan calendar readings.
Thank you, Mama Tara.
Sure. My pleasure.
Your words of wisdom and just you and your life and who you're being right now. I just really, I see your light shining.
This is my time. I swear I've been waiting. I mean, I am excited. I am ecstatic. This is it. It's here, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I've been hearing, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Well, this is it. Hey, this is it. Here we are. Let's do it.
Yep. With no
but, you know,
guilt over feeling excited either. No shame or guilt feeling excited. You know, it's just a. Woo!
I mean, I'm scared too. I'm a little scared.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I'm working really hard at being safe, and that's what we all need to do.
Yeah. Yep, and staying in the love vibration. Thank you for sharing that, Tara. I really appreciate it. And
I have another reading about love, but I'm not going to take that I got today. I can't believe the stuff that's coming in. It's unbelievable. So good.
When I post the video on the Anistara page, if you can add a little link to Roger Grossman, that'd be great.
Okay.
And like that, add a link to your book, and Gina, a link to your violin. You know, I want people to share. It's a community resource right now. So, yay. Love you. Thank you.
Love you too, sweetheart. Thanks for inviting me.
Of course. Steph or Andrew? And if you choose not to share, that's totally fine too.
I can say something.
Sure.
I'm very proud of you, honey, to see the things you have to say and how you're sharing your wisdom and doing what you love. It's really nice to see. Thank you for that. I have been actually enjoying this time, really. It is not too much different from how we normally live. It's just a little different being told to stay home instead of just having it be a conscious. Oh, this just came out of the woodwork. It's been a joyful time to be with our family, just spend time together. been a little weird not being able to touch people and, share physical affection with people. However, I feel like that'll pass. It's a temporary thing for now. And again, it's also a choice. Just have to see how this all goes. I've been enjoying being productive and getting things done and spending time in the sun, like Tara was saying. It's been, for the most part, beautiful here. Growing a garden, making food, and just being here. It's been really wonderful. I resonate a lot with the doing things you love to not feel stressed out. And honestly, I feel less stressed out these days than I have in a really long time, just because I don't really have to go anywhere and do anything. I can just do it if I feel like it. I feel like I have a lot more time on my hands. I don't feel like this urgency to have things done quickly. They can just get done at their own pace. And if I want to just rest, I can. Actually, I've been really motivated to do things, so that's been awesome. I just had to go to town and go out into the wide world, and that was interesting. To have to leave the house and go out there and kind of feel what other people are going through. And it's hard to see, to feel the fear of other people and where they're at, and I have sympathy for that.
Yep.
Daddy.
Hold on, buddy, I'm almost done, okay?
Daddy.
Who wants to go out to the skylight?
Okay.
You're gonna have to wait till I'm finished, okay?
No.
So having this time for our family, it's been kind of a godsend. It's been wonderful, and I look forward to the future and see what it holds and where this all takes us and how we'll all change our way of being and our way of living and our priorities. So I'm excited. May we all feel excitement and, like you said, focus on what's making us happy and the positive thoughts, and recognize the negative and the fear and just let it pass.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I so appreciate you. And yes, at least we have the three of each other. We have the three of us. We have our family. We get the snuggles and the loves and the hugs and the kisses, and I'm so appreciative of that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Mwah. Hi, Cadence. I love you. Steph, did you want to speak up today? Oh, no, she just dropped off. So, all right. So I just wanted to take a moment and share with you that next week, next Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have a special guest. And I think that this might become something that's regular, and I really am looking forward to it. There's amazing, beautiful, activated star beings coming out of the woodwork, and people I've always known too, but really, really coming out with their magic and their gift right now. And this woman is one of those. She is just a powerhouse, and I so appreciate her and her wisdom and her deep understanding and her remembrance, And so next week, please join us for the Laughtermations to get you in the mudra and simple, fun instructions. So that'll be with Michaela Ivy. She is a wordsmith, and what that means is she's really coming up with the language for the new earth paradigm. She's combining words to create new meaning, and she's definitely writing a book about it and has lots to offer in the world of love and unity and community and common unity. And I just adore her so much. So please join us next week and welcome her into the fold. And yeah, I hope to have you then. I would like to take a moment before our closing meditation to share something here. This is a book that I've had for a little while, but I didn't pick it up to read it till now. It's called Spiritual Growth. being your higher self. And the other day I was like, I'm not gonna read this page cover to cover. I'm just gonna open. And this is what I opened to, was enlightenment through service. There are many paths to enlightenment. There are paths that involve breathing and posture techniques, and others that involve disciplining the will. There are paths that train the mind through meditation. There is a path of devotion and one of willful action. A major opportunity for spiritual growth exists in these times. It is the path of enlightenment through service. Many of you have come to serve during this time of major transition. Much of your spiritual growth will come through serving and teaching others. You do not need to have a public platform to be well known or do the work with others and share your gift. It is important to make an enormous contribution however you can. You can add light to the world through anything you do, through your job, your family life, and other activities. Your increasing light will serve others on a telepathic and energetic level. For as you grow, you will become a transmitter of spiritual energies and make a higher vibration available to everyone around you. All teaching is learning. All empowerment of others is self-empowerment. So that really spoke to me, and it's really something that Andrew and other community members and myself have been doing, is really dropping into how can we be of service? What can we do to be of service to humanity right now in the highest and best way for the highest and best good? And for me in this moment is just starting to put positive energy out and being on these calls and sharing things on the Anistara page, videos that are inspiring. I added the Bruce Lipton Never Be Sick Again video, and I want to add the Money Magician link, and things that I find inspiring, educational, and beneficial at this moment in time. One of those things is that Michaela, the guest for next week, she actually sent me something. Give me just a moment to find it. Basically, she is speaking on Saturday, and it is called the Saturday Night Live for Global Meditation and Healing, Peace and Transformation. It's a Zoom call. It's a webinar that you need to register for, and I'll put the link to that on the Anistara page. But essentially what it says is that there's a 2020 event where the Stargate is opening on April 4th. So 4/4/2020. The Pleiadian Light Force transmission video that I'll include on the page as well explains that when this Stargate opens, more gamma rays from the sun is going to come into our Earth's atmosphere. And those who are prepared in their light body, like the Merkaba meditation we did earlier, those who are prepared and receptive to these gamma rays will just grow leaps and bounds consciously and vibrationally. Frequency will all be lifted up together. So it's going to be a powerful moment in history on April 4th, which is this Saturday. It's 2 days away. And I've been considering hosting an Anistara call on that day, even if it's just for a half an hour or 45 minutes, where we can just be together and feel the vibration of those gamma rays coming in together. This is something that's going to be occurring all the way throughout the year. And in that transmission, it explains it in great detail. So I'll make sure I share that with you on the page. All right, so I just want to take a moment to close out, just a few minutes of breathing. Visualizing our Merkaba, breathing in positive energy, breathing out any negative, non-serving energy. Imagining those twisting and turning triangles, creating our auric field, expanding out into our little spaceship, our own little sovereign light bubble. We're going to fill that bubble. We're going to receive from the base of that feminine pyramid down to the apex into Mother Earth. And we're going to ground in our intentions and what we want to manifest, what we want to woo manifest, what we want to create right now for the new Earth paradigm. And call it out to yourself out loud or, within, and just call it out what it is that you're looking for. Are you looking for love? Are you looking for true love? Are you looking for your beloved, your partner? What your purpose is, guidance, your angels, ascendant masters, ancestors, past, present, future, just asking for the downloads for the channel to come through and be clear and really understand what it is that you are to experience right now. Just feel it being blessed upon you. Just this acknowledgement and gratitude just raining down upon you like warm rain, sunshine, creating that rainbow bridge between heaven and earth. We are the rainbow bridge. We are here together to do this work together. Let us check in with one another. Let us feel the love from one another. Let us reach out to our families and acknowledge our love and joy of having them in our lives. Now is the time to truly share yourself with all of your beloveds and your family and your community. Now is the time to tap into your higher self, your inner voice, your source guide, your angels. Ask for guidance. There's no shame in asking for anything. Pray for it. Command it. Go to the seventh plane of existence where source energy resides past the laws of creation and command what it is that you want. It's not a demand. It's a command, which is a positive vibration. And just call it forth. Bring it in. Embody it. I call in light source energy. I call in love, compassion, and joy. I call in ecstatic wellness and health. I embody health and wellness and clarity. I embody compassion, joy, and love and forgiveness. I am my higher self. I am one with all. And just take a few more breaths. I am one with all. I am one with all. I am one with all. So it is, so shall it be. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessed be, family. Thank you so much for being here.